Not doing well, YouTube. Not doing well at all. By the way, this is not a Marlboro. This is Cavendish hand-rolled cigarette. Part of the fucking wean down. Not doing well. So I talked to Hondata. Talked to Mr. Matt, who I left a fucking voicemail and never called me back. Right? That's pretty bad customer service. I leave you a voicemail, you can't return the fucking phone call. So that was annoying. And then he acts like he doesn't even know who I am. He's like, I emailed you? You emailed me about a P1106 engine code? I vaguely remember that. It's like, motherfucker, you remember who I am. I don't care how many emails you have. I guarantee not all of them say P1106 engine code. So you should fucking remember who you're talking to. That's annoying. But the even more annoying thing is my ECU is damaged. I have an 1106 barometric performance malfunction bad circuit sensor in my ECU, and yeah, my fucking car won't go past 8,000 RPMs. And I paid them fucking $300 to reflash my ECU so I could have an 8,600 RPM rev limit. 600 extra RPMs. And the fucking stock factory rev limit's 8,100, so it's really only 500 RPMs, okay? Now my car won't even go past 8,000, so now my car is worse than stock. ECU is worse than stock. It's damaged. So I asked him, what would cause that? Oh, it couldn't have been us. The reflash wouldn't cause that. Your ECU's just damaged. My ECU's just damaged. Why did it never fucking do that in 13 years? Ever. I've blown up a motor. I've busted a transmission. I've hydrolocked a motor. You know what I mean? Like, you think my ECU would have went bad by now, and it didn't, okay? Now, I can't prove that they did it, because maybe they didn't do it. Maybe UPS shipping fucked it up. Maybe it was gonna go, you know? I'm not sure. Maybe they did something inappropriate when they shipped it back. Because when it got here, see this, I put in my order on September 25th. They probably got it around October 1st. It's now November 1st, so it's been 30 days, and now the fucking ECU has crapped out. You know, the car still runs, the ECU hasn't fried, but basically, that one sensor, the barometric sensor, pressure sensor, it talks to your map sensor and communicates, it relays information between the manifold absolute pressure and the barometer sensor pressure to the engine computer. It's real complicated, you know, it's real technical. But the car drives fine, still has the reflash in there, and still has the low end torque and the cam angle timing different or whatever. And that's all fine and dandy. The car drives fine, but I can't upgrade to K-Pro. I can't even fucking go past 8,000 RPMs, you know? The fuel cuts. Not the rev limit, the fuel cuts. So frustrated because now my options are either driving around in limp mode, you know? Not technically limp mode, but if I can't go to 8,100, my car, there's something wrong with my car, you know? And I sure as shit can't go to 8,600, so that's technically what I call limp mode, you know? Hondata limp mode, ECU limp mode. And, you know, I talked to him on the phone, and I'm like, well, what are my options? Can I upgrade to K-Pro and just, you know, turn the barometer pressure sensor off? You know, because I saw that on some forums that people had K-Pro. Just go in there and turn it off. Oh, no. We wouldn't recommend that you do that because you have a damaged ECU, and we cannot be liable for this and that. And, okay, what are my options? Oh, well, you have to get a new ECU. Great. That's really fucking great. Oh, and can I send you that new ECU and get the fucking reflash that I already had in there? Oh, that'll be $75. We won't charge you $300. You'll send us the ECU and take a chance that it'll get broken too. And you know, it'll be $75. Send a $75 cashier's check. So I got to spend about $500 for a new ECU that I'm going to send to you that I hope doesn't get broken, and then another $75 on top of that, and then another $390 on top of that to get K-Pro. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I cannot believe that Hondata is this, like, respected and all that stuff. I hate to be a trash talker or a bad mouther or whatever, but I give y'all honest shit, you know? I give y'all honest reviews, honest feedback, honest dialogue. None of this is edited. Anybody that's going to send out their ECU to get it reflashed, or even get K-Pro, go with fucking AEM or something, you know? Go with fucking a real company, because Hondata, I don't care how long y'all been around, your customer service game sucks a dick, okay? Your customer service game needs to be stepped up. Like, I understand it's SEMA week and all that stuff, and it's bad timing and all that stuff, but, you know, I called you fucking 6 times in one day to see if you were at your fucking desk, Matt. And guess what? It went to your voicemail every fucking day. And then I called this morning at 12:45, and that's East Coast time. They're on the West Coast, so it's like, you know, 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and answers right. Hello, this is Matt. It's like, what the fuck, Matt? Why haven't you returned my emails or my calls? Oh, well, didn't you get the information I sent you? Yeah, about resetting the barometric pressure sensor to see if it happens again. It doesn't happen again. I'm not having a code right now that happens. Then I'll go to fucking try to go to 8600, and guess what? Then the code pops up. I clear it, and it doesn't come back. So, to me, it doesn't even seem like the barometric sensor input is all the way fucked. It's like some kind of weird fucking quirky thing, and these people have no information, you know what I mean? He acts like he's such a fucking know-it-all and a nonchalant expert and all that stuff, and, you know, at the end of the thing about K-Pro, I was like, oh, well, thanks anyways. And he's like, oh, well, I'm sorry, and cops this fucking little wimpy attitude with me, like, have a nice day. It's like, no, I'm not having a nice fucking day. It's like, if I want to get a brand new ECU with K-Pro, it's going to cost me $1,400. I mean, I know this world isn't all about tangible things and money. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy that I'm not dying from cancer or something like that, even though I'm smoking a fucking Cavendish. At least it's not a Marlboro, though. And I have a nice cup of coffee right here. In a cup with a fucking turtle. You know, I'm not trying to be this, like, Scrooge person, but I mean, why waste money on a car that's gonna fail? You know what I mean? And I don't have anybody to blame it on. It's not like I fucking went in there with a fucking bunch of electrical shit and just, like, fried the fucking barometer sensor. There's no way to fry a barometer sensor. You have a fuse in your ECU, you got a battery on your fucking terminal, you got fucking ignition, you drive the car, it works, you know? Only thing I can equate it to is basically, like, vibration, maybe, you know, my car is so dumped or something that the ECU's, I mean, it's bolted in. I mean, how much vibration would it take to destroy an ECU? Probably a fuckload. Have to take it through an earthquake or a tornado or something, so I really don't think it's vibration, because that's just, it's so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. And this is my venting system because, you know, all the reviews on K-Series parts where I ordered through, 4 or 5 stars, real great. I feel the power. I love the 8600 RPM rev limit. VTEC kicks in at 5200 RPMs. Blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the thing about K-Series parts. When you send them a review, they have to approve it. So what are the chances that all the 1-star reviews get thrown out? If you don't give them 3 stars or better and some positive feedback, they'll probably fucking flag your review and not fucking put it up. So then they'll make more money, you know what I mean? Because they're partnered with Hondata, they're a Hondata distributor. So what are the odds that they want to make money from Hondata? You know, getting commission for selling their shit, even if it sucks or it's good. I mean, I'm not saying that Hondata's horrible or anything. It's a great system. I wish I could fucking have it, you know? And the reflash was pretty decent. I mean, I could feel a difference a little bit, you know. It's not drastic, but it's only $300, you know. So it's just like such a rock and a hard place, double-edged sword, catch-22 type affair. Like, I can't prove that these people fucked my ECU up, but I have suspicion. And if they didn't do it, then it was definitely UPS rough, you know, manhandling the package, just throwing it around or some shit. I'm surprised it worked at all when it got here, because, I mean, we're 30 days out and this thing fucking is giving, barometric pressure performance malfunction, whatever the fuck that is. It's such a random, like, oddball code, you know what I mean? It's not like, so stupid. And I asked him, I was like, could it be my map sensor communicating to the barometer, and like, or O2 sensor, or any type of other sensor that's giving bad information? Because they're communicating to each other, you know what I mean? So if one sensor's bad, maybe it makes another one act like it's bad, you know what I mean? That seems feasible to me. He's like, oh no, that couldn't be it. We can't work on that ECU. Get a new one. So now, you know, here I am out fucking, I don't even know, like, a used fucking PRB ECU's like at least $300 or $400, you know what I mean? And that's a used one that'll probably crap out too. So the viable, feasible option is to get a brand new PRB ECU with K-Pro installed. That's what I want. And it's gonna cost me $1,400 motherfucking dollars. It's not a very good anti-smoking program, kids. But I mean, it's just like, you know, I'm gonna have to save up for a fucking while, and I don't even know if I want to or not, because I mean, K-Pros to tame and taper your and dial in your mods you already have. So the race header I was gonna get, the Buddy Club Spec 3 exhaust system I was gonna get, fucking Eminem rear strut Honda rear strut tower bar, and brace bars and stuff like that I was going to get for the rear end of the car to make it, you know, a lot tighter. Oh, fuck that. Just, you know, now you got to buy the same shit over, you know, basically. It's like, it's not a good Wednesday. This is not a good hump day. Nobody's humping. Nobody is humping. And another thing I found out's wrong with my car, that's I could care less about, honestly, because my car doesn't overheat or anything, but my cooling fan is fucking dead. I thought it might be the fuse, so I replaced the fuse. Now, I also replaced the ECU fuse just to make sure it had enough juice. Like, if it was like, I mean, I feel like that would be a hit or miss type thing. Like, you either have your ECU working or you don't, because the car wouldn't fucking cut on. So regardless, I swapped that fuse, the 7.5, and then the 20 amp fuse for the cooling fan. The cooling fan doesn't cut on at all. At all. Cold start, 3,000 RPMs, hold it there until you get up to 186 or whatever, and that shit does not kick on. I mean, it does not kick on. It's not even that cold today, so it should kick on if the car's, you know, getting warm. So now I need to buy a new radiator with a new cooling fan, because I might as well upgrade that too. Get like a Mishimoto or a fucking Fields or something like really nice, because I'm trying to build and, you know, make my car better than it is. But, you know, at this point, I kind of want a new car. I kind of just want to import a DC5 Type R for less than 10 grand and literally get more out of it, you know, get the JDM K20A, get the Type R limited slip differential transmission, and the Recaros, and the fucking engine push start button, and the navigation system, and, you know, you can get a lot more out of that car than a fucking USDM RSX that's 13 or 15 years old. I've had it for 13, but it's 15 years old in reality. You know, yesterday was Halloween, but today is Hondaween. No joke. Seems like customer service is dead and reliability is dead. Every day it gets worse and worse, you know? Something about it. Incompetence is like fucking superior now. It's just like, oh, it's not our fault. Well, what's the warranty on it? Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, well, excuse me. I wish I would have read that in the fuck you contract. You know what I mean? I understood that if you install this reflash ECU in your car, and let's say you blow your motor, that is totally fine. That is understandable. You know? You're passing the factory rev. You're going from 8100 to 8600. I get that. That's your own fault. You know? If you miss shift from third to first and you over rev and you blow that shit, that's your own fault. You fucking burn your clutch out and it slips, that's your own fault. But, you know, the shipment shit is just absurd, man. Like, I'm just